Siddharth, welcome on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, Fardun, for having me.
As I was telling you that I've never received this sort of response for any actor ever. And
Well,
I'm not exaggerating.
that feels so wonderful there.
There are like 7,000 comments on my Twitter post that I posted asking for questions from you and thousands of questions on Instagram. ये आपने जादू क्या किया हुआ है ये?
Yeah, pata nahi hai. I think it's just a gift and it just feels great there. It just feels great to have that kind of an audience, have that kind of a love, have that kind of love from people, and it just feels amazing. Yeah, I mean, this is all what we've been working for, and when you happen to get it, you just feel blessed.
You know, we were supposed to do this interview on Monday, and unfortunately, whatever happened with Sushant and
Right.
all of us, we are still in a state of shock.
Absolutely.
But I must tell you what one of your fans did on
Right.
one of my posts on Instagram.
Okay.
So one of your fans wrote on an Instagram post that please postpone today's interview because Siddharth is a sensitive guy. And I don't think that you should do this interview today. Like same fans who had been desperately requesting for your interview
Right.
since many weeks now.
Right.
And one of them is requesting that please don't do this interview today because he's a sensitive guy. Siddharth is a sensitive guy. And we want him to be in a proper state of mind when he does this interview.
No, you know what? It just feels so wonderful because, you know, when I happen to read the comments that they happen to, you know, write below a post of mine, or generally when they regularly are, you know, on my Twitter timeline, and when I see the kind of talks that they have and the chats that they have, it just feels so wonderful because, you know, they usually happen to notice the smallest of things to, you know, some things that I do, I don't do, I say, I don't say, you know, they just observe me so minutely, and it just feels wonderful that they take that kind of interest. And of course, yes, I too was not in, you know, complete total saying that, you know, I would want to have that interview because I don't think it was just the right time. And it is wonderful that you know, people who've been wanting to see you are also that equally sensitive to understand that it's all good, and if this gets postponed, and I just feel wonderful there. I mean, I feel wonderful that the audience that's there supporting is so sensible and knowledgeable.
So, Siddharth, before we move forward, I think it will be fair that we talk about Sushant, and I think everyone is in a state of shock.
Absolutely.
What was your first response when you heard about it? And did you knew him personally?
I'm an acquaintance. We've met, we've partied a bit, but it's not that, you know, we'd be chatting on the phone or things like that. But whenever we've met, you know, very well, and it has been, you know, never this disconnect between us. We've connected, we bonded, we've spoken. It just was unbelievable because for a person, you know, who's achieved so much and, you know, is so young, and for someone like him to take a step like that, of course, for all the good reasons he would have had, one just feels really sad. And it's disappointing that a life has passed just like that. There was so much more that the man could do.
Okay. Now, so much of curiosity and so much of debate has been started around the importance of mental health and why it's important for people to take care of themselves. We've had a few suicides in the recent past, like Kushal Punjabi, he passed away as well.
Right.
And Sushant's ex-manager, she just passed away and because of suicide as well recently.
True.
What do you think is the importance of mental health?
I think it's completely important. And, you know, this whole thing of we having to have somebody that we can talk to, because I completely understand in Sushant's case of whatever little that, you know, you gather from the media, from people talking, from, you know, some acquaintances of his, or, you know, some people who kind of knew him. And generally when you just sit down and you talk, or you just talk over the phone, because one keeps talking about such a big happening, you know, what happens is for an actor, and also more so for an actor who comes from a different state, like Sushant, I believe, was from Bihar, went to Delhi to study, and then came down to Bombay, right, Mumbai. And for him, you know, you have your set of school friends and your childhood friends. And then you move out of that place, and then you get to a place like Delhi, and then you have some college friends. And again, you move out and there's work. And then the kind of work, like in television, you're working 24/7, like in the sense, you know, your 12-hour shift, you barely have time. After that, you barely have a life because you need to get back home, you need to sleep, wake up in the morning, and again, you're there at shoot. So your family becomes that show. The minute that show's over, again, you know, you're in search for a new show and things like that. So you really do not have time to have genuine friends who you can speak your heart out to, or sometimes you do manage to have it, you know, and you don't have people. And of course, with family, you keep in touch with them, but a lot of times you do not speak to them as much, and that keeps a lot of stuff, you know, building up in you, and that needs an outlet, and that doesn't happen. And I think that's what happens. But for me, you know, I just feel slightly blessed that I'm very close to my family, and, you know, I'm fortunate enough to have them around me, so I can speak to them, you know, at times when I want to, or not speak to them when I don't want to, and things like that, you know. So I think it's, every person should have somebody around who he can speak to, and that person understanding him, or understanding, you know, what happens a lot of times, we start judging too fast. And if we don't start judging people as much, and rather understanding where they're coming from, or what their journey is all about, and what they want, and when we start giving them that helping hand, or you know, lending a ear when required, I think this is all what one needs to do. But today's day and age, you know, when time's flying and everybody's just there to, you know, make the most for themselves, and we really do not think about others so much. I think that's what's getting people into a phase where, you know, they're unhappy. So you have like 1,000 people around you, but there's nobody for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So another debate that has been triggered is rivalries, professional rivalries, and how they can really dishearten a person. You personally experienced that in Bigg Boss. There was intense scrutiny around Bigg Boss. I think maybe one of the harshest, or one of the most severe scrutiny happened this year.
Right.
And how does one deal with rivalries and stress and professional pressures?
See, you know what? I think once you're a part of something like this, you need to know it for a fact that these things are going to be there, and it's normal. You know, it's cutthroat competition out there, and you are definitely going to meet a lot of people, and they would want to take your place, or want to go higher, or want to put you down. You know, there are all kind of people that we meet, and one needs to keep himself open to all those kind of people. And also, one should not forget his reality and himself, what he is all about, and you know, should not and should be proud of, should hold himself in pride, and things will happen, they'll pass, and you need to know. And as long as you know your truth, nothing else matters. So one to know themselves, their truth, is very important.
Okay, and a lot is being said about nepotism and the inside-outside element. You've been in the industry for quite some time now. What is your take on it?
If you talk about nepotism in Bollywood as such, see, you need to understand it's not a government job, all right? It's one person putting some money in making one of his creations. He or she would want the person that he or she feels is best for his job, all right? And also feels that he or she will be committed enough to finish the job. Now, what happens with that is, I do not really disregard it, okay, if it's there, but I do understand that it's fine, because, you know, if I am putting my money, I'm going to put into somebody I know will be worthy enough to finish the job, you know. And sometimes, you know, it could be people from who I like, or it could be anybody else. It's my money when I'm putting. It's not government's money that's coming in, and I'm distributing it among everybody and making it a point for everybody to be, you know, getting an equal share. So I think even if it's there, it's fine. And it's completely up to people out there, their choice of, you know, the actor or director or technician that they wish to have for best suited for their project. So even if it exists, it's all cool. And, it exists everywhere. I mean, come on, today in a government job, we've got reservations, right? So if there is nepotism there, so it's there everywhere in different forms. If it's nepotism, there's nepotism happening even in politics. It happens. You have a lot of other places that you see that people would business houses. It happens. So it's because it's it's their money. It's what they feel right, isn't it?
This is Nikunj Deviraj from Thane. How he reacts to this entire controversy around Big Boss winner. People say Asim should have won, but even I like Siddharth only. But why this controversy has to be created and by whom?
I really wouldn't know. Maybe some upset people would have said that, but that's all good. It doesn't make a difference. I've been through the journey. There are some people who feel bad about. Everybody has their section of people out there. People vouching for rooting or for somebody, and some people rooting. So when their person doesn't win that they're rooting for, they happen to come up with things like these, but they're completely baseless. I know it because there are a lot of facts that go into this. And once you know that, then that's fine.
This is Sonali Dangol from Biratnagar, Nepal. What's your favorite memory of Big Boss?
What's my favorite? Favorite, obviously, two favorites. One was entering, and the last one, the way I exited.
Okay, and what is it that you personally learned from Salman Khan?
What have I learned from Salman Khan? My interaction with Salman sir has been on weekend episodes where, it's just been about interaction during that time, so you learn from people when you're actually sitting down a lot and you are spending a lot of time. This time, yes, but this was work related, right? So then one really doesn't know. But then one thing that I really understand is, of course, we understand that's a job, and for him as well as for us, that was the kind of interactions that were happening. But what I really understand is it's fantastic that a person of that stature is giving the kind of time, and when he's talking, the kind of things that he is, and he's really taking interest in correcting you, and sometimes even if he happens to scold you sometimes, you know that it's for your betterment. It doesn't make a difference to his life whether you exist or you don't exist, right? Because he's having a wonderful life on his own. But when the man happens to, so it just feels wonderful that even when you reach a place like that, the way you happen to be concerned and considerate about people around. And I think that's fabulous and that's fantastic, because I'm sure there are a lot of things running in his life, but the man still finds time for others. And I think that is wonderful. And, others, we know of all the work that the man does. And it's just fantastic, for a person to be channelized like that, where all these things come into his vision. So it just feels wonderful.
All right, this is Shruti from Pakistan. Shruti from Varanasi.
Okay.
Were you aware inside BB House that you have a huge army of Sid Hearts outside standing with you?
On the contrary, not at all. In fact, when I went in, I knew that I had a few people out there who would support me for sure. And those are the people that I was very confident that, okay, chalo, I will have these people. But, the toughest part about Big Boss is that you are to be yourself inside the house. And for me, the shortcoming was that my audience was there with me for the characters I was playing. And those characters were not a lot like the way I am. And this was the scary part. And, when I go out there and be myself, are those people who love me for the characters that I play and love the characters that I've played, would they have that kind of love for me too or would they accept me for the way I am? And the only realization came was once I got out of the house, to know that yes, it was, and they did accept me. And it just feels wonderful, because all this while that I was when I had people message me or talk to me or tweet to me or write to me, I would just be like, it's great that you all say all the things that you all do, but you all do not know the real me. You all do not know who I am. You love the character. You love the way possibly that I played the character, but it's the character. It's something that someone's written. That's not how I am. And I think I've said that also before. So it just feels good that people have accepted me, and I really like that. And it just feels good.
This is Anu Tomar from UP.
Right.
What simple change could you make in your life that would have the biggest positive impact?
What simple change that would have a very okay, now when I happen to look back, maybe control over one's temper. If I could do that. Not that I have a problem with temper, but of course, what was seen in the house, of course, things were drastically different there. But I think control over one's tongue, if one has, does a lot. And if he gives one person who gives value to his tongue is fantastic. I think that's quite an achievement. And I think I try and value my tongue as much as I can.
Okay, this is Afrina Akhtar from Bangladesh, Dhaka. What is Siddharth's favorite time pass during the lockdown?
My favorite time pass is nothing. I just watch the news, which has always been my time pass. I just love watching the news, seeing what's happening around. And yeah, that's all what I do.
You guys, I think you guys must have been so well prepared for lockdown because you guys were in the Bigg Boss house for so many months.
Right.
So
you know what? I find that slightly funny when people say that, because while we were in the house, we really wanted to get out of the house. Today, because you were there with people that you did not really know a lot, and at moments that you like to be there or would want to voluntarily walk out of there. But now, today, this lockdown, it's been with people that you love and want to spend time with, so it really does make a difference. And also that it's been good. It's been sad. Yes, it has been sad because there's so many people out there who lost their livelihood. There's so many daily wage workers, who've been out of job, would not have had the money. So it is sad there. So when I talk about, I'm happy in the lockdown, well, no, not really happy about it, but it's the best that we can do and the best we should do. And I think even today, if it's not really urgent, don't really go out of the house. And you aren't prepared, because this is a much better scenario. Like I said, with your loved ones, you have television, you have your phone, your life is pretty much sorted that like it wasn't over there.
I'm Priyanka Pawar from Maharashtra. What is your reaction when you see Sid Naz is trending in millions? The latest one, Sid Naz Shines, was trending worldwide #1 with 3 million plus tweets.
Yeah, it just feels wonderful. It just feels wonderful that, we were able to be ourselves, and for the audience to have connected with us in such a way. And it just feels wonderful because, when one comes out and hears that this has been the biggest season, and this has been a season where people have throughout the season spoken about the show, good, bad, ugly, whatever you call it or whatever you say, people have been glued to it. People have been connected, and people have fought, spoken, have had their word, and they've voiced it over and over. And it's been a part of every conversation, every office, more often than not, because that's what I've been hearing from a lot of people around when you just go out, that in the office, people who talk about it. So it just feels great that people have connected. And I'm, and I think kudos to Colors and Endemol that they could find a bunch like us, all of us who were so real and that people could feel connected to.
Nayan Shukla from Gujarat.
Right.
शादी के लिए कैसी लड़की ढूंढ रहे हो? What is the true meaning of love? And by the way, I'm your bada wala AC.
How sweet. Okay, so शादी के लिए मैं फिलहाल किसी को ढूंढ नहीं रहा हूँ. Secondly, second क्या था कि
true meaning of love.
True meaning of love. I think love is when it is out of what a person looks like, what a person does. When I stop judging somebody and accepting the person's the way they are is when you are in love. And when you stop, you know, when happiness comes with just that, with the presence of that person, is when there is love, and that's when it is love. And unless you know, when you are when you start looking in for somebody with an outer beauty, the only problem is that it'll keep changing and you'll find somebody better. So it's always better that someone who's got a good heart and who's more real. People who are real are the ones that connect most. So for me, the meaning of love would just be a beautiful mind, beautiful soul is the person that you automatically fall in love with.
This is Aarti from Mumbai. If you
Right.
ever have to choose between your love and career, what will you choose?
I know my love would love my career, and I'd love to my career to be loved. So I don't see that as a problem.
This is Binti. Is there any chance to see him work with Rashmi again? They have electrifying chemistry.
I really don't know. I really don't know how I wish I could answer that, but you know, I'm not a producer, and I don't think I can talk about that.
What about the electrifying chemistry part?
I mean, it's wonderful if people see that. That's good. I'm happy. That means that's a job well done.
Okay, this is Rani from Indore.
Right.
So she is having 6 questions.
Okay.
I'll take 3 because they are very good questions. I'll take maybe 3. What is something that he would like to be remembered for the most?
What would I be wanting? That I was a good human being. If that's what people happen to remember about me, I'd feel great about that. Because that's what we've all come here to be. And, you know, this is exactly what we are not. So if people remember me being a good human being, I'd be more than happy about that.
What is his biggest fear? So this is the second question of Rani.
What is my biggest fear? I don't know. Like I said, you know, my desires and wants are very limited. So I don't really have a lot of fears. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really have a lot of fears. Of course, you want everybody in your family to be around and be happy and be good and be healthy. And if one of those do not happen, and people around you who your well-wishers, if something goes wrong with them, yeah, that's my fear. Possibly that nothing goes wrong with them. And yeah.
Okay, so the last question that I'm taking from
Right.
Rani is a special message for his fangirls, please.
Fangirls, I don't think I like to limit it to fangirls only. So everybody who's really been appreciative of me, I really want the best for them, and I really want them to be happy, and I really want them to be one, and I really want them to be with me forever. And they watch my back and you know, be with me, because that makes me a lot stronger, and that keeps me on my toes, and that makes me realize that. That makes me very conscious that, you know, whatever I do, I hope I do not offend people or hurt people, because I know, you know, your people who are following you watch you very minutely, and that's what I've learned. And I think that just keeps me on my toes, that I do not happen to do anything wrong, and just makes me a better human being. So they are the reason why I feel that way and become like that, and I'm just happy about that, and I just want them to be happy.
Name is Nidhi from Gujarat.
All right.
What is the best gift you've ever received, and who was it from?
You know, I don't really judge gifts, because it's a lot of emotions, and each person who's gifted or has said something sweet, I know the place that they come from. So it's the emotions that matter to me, and not the gift. So I see the emotion behind the gifts, and so that's why I don't judge rate my gifts.
Okay,
It's the time that the best gift is the time that they happen to spend on me.
This is Subha from Dublin, Ireland. If you're invited to a TED Talk, what is the topic that you would want to speak on?
I don't know if I'm good enough to talk about things here. Means I don't know, maybe a topic given to me is when I can best speak on it. But just out of blue, asking me to talk about something, I really wouldn't know him, because I don't think I'm that smart enough to know or maybe say the right things. So I'd just leave it to the people, and then I'd realize whether I'd be able to know whether I could speak about it or not. Yeah.
This is Zakira from Mumbai. What's your take on dominating fans who try to dictate their idol to do so and so things? At any point, do you get annoyed by such fans?
Um, it's not annoying, but sometimes you just feel that why are they telling me? You know what happens is a lot of people who start following you or have started following you is for the person that you are, right? And when you happen to make choices, one needs to understand that a lot of times they would not know a lot of things that happen around it. So the choices one makes, like for instance, the choices that I would possibly make in my life is going to be, of course, thought over. I understand where fans come from and when they happen to say things and when they want to, then because they do not want you to be heard, they don't want you to get the brunt of it, they do not want you to be on the losing side. So I completely understand their love, but sometimes it becomes difficult to sit down and make everybody understand or make them understand that if you've taken a step somewhere, it is for a good reason, which is well thought of and is the best. That's the reason why one's doing it. Of course, there's so many minds, there's so many brains, there's so many people, and they're coming from different parts of the world, and there's so much little limited that they know. So that's the reason why they happen to have their views with that, and where my views are for everything that's around me. So that's when I happen to take a decision. Sometimes I just feel sorry that they're not on the same page with you, but such is life.
This is my name is Kuldeep from Modasa.
Okay.
भाई मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मैं अपने आइडल सिद्धार्थ सर की तरह बनना चाहता हूं, तो मैं उनके हेयर, स्माइल, नेचर टोटली कॉपी करता हूं. तो ये चीजें सही है कि नहीं सर? कि पूछना प्लीज, इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर मी एंड माय करियर. तो ये आपने आपको आपके
नहीं आप मुझे अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, उसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा थैंक यू. और क्योंकि आप ये करते हैं बहुत अच्छा लगता है, आप मुझे अच्छा फील कराने का मौका देते हैं. लेकिन आपको मेरी तरह बनने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है. आप खुद की तरह बनिए और आप मुझसे बेहतर बनेंगे. और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि आप मुझसे बहुत बेहतर बनेंगे और बहुत बेहतर होंगे. तो आपको मेरी तरह बन के अपने आप को लिमिट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप मुझसे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा बन सकते हैं.
Okay, this is Khushi from Nagpur. What is one message you would give to your fans?
That y'all are a very big support in my life, and it just feels wonderful to have you all around. And as an actor, this is all what one dreams for. And when you see that realized, and when you have people, it just feels wonderful. And I just want you all to stay together, stay united, and stay happy, stay blessed, and make everybody around you feel wonderful about you.
Okay, this is Vehan from New Delhi. My question is, after achieving huge success in Bigg Boss, what are your further dreams which you wish to accomplish? There are reports that you may be doing a film with Rohit Shetty.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, if he's spoken to you, fantastic. He's not spoken to me.
No, I was doing my research and I just came to know that maybe there are reports.
Okay, wow. I don't know if that's on his mind, then that's fantastic.
Okay, but what are your plans from here on?
Like I said, before, I've said it before, I don't really plan much. Because plans can lead to disappointments, and sometimes when they do not realize. So I don't plan. I just plan to be the best and give my best into whatever I am doing. And yes, that's always the plan, that, put your best foot forward when you happen to put your foot into something.
Mona from Lahore, Pakistan. Okay. My question is, when he was promised 3 movies by Kejo, why he did only 1? What happened? Was he replaced? You did Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania.
Right.
So were you supposed to do 3 movies with the Dharma?
No, they'll see. When it comes, we'll do it. Let's see. There's nothing about it. There's nothing like replaced or going back on anything. It's all cool.
Mayur from Gujarat. Your opinion on online trolling of celebrities?
Yeah. It's a fact. It, of course, happens. And for me, it's a social platform, and you have the choice to just move forward. So if someone's trolling you, you want to react to it, well, you can react. You don't want to react, you just flip the page, go ahead, and life goes on. It doesn't make a difference.
All right, this is Tanya from Mumbai. We saw how you dealt with a Twitter troll recently by RTing his post. You literally are savage, Siddharth. How do you deal with negativity in real life?
The same, yeah. You either choose to walk out, or you happen to, just, I don't know, maybe put in some good words, because negativity, I feel, is not what they see in you, is what's there in them. And that's the reason why they're bringing it out. And so I just bless them that they're filled in with no positivity, and then they just let it be.
Sid, my name is Chaimi from
Okay.
Morocco.
Okay.
Okay, I really love you so much. I want to marry you. My mom loves you a lot, and also my sister. So my question is, what are your next projects? I want to see you on screen soon. I hope you will join Bollywood soon. Arabic hashtag Arabic fan.
I wish she connected to me while I was in Morocco some years back. But on a realistic note, no, I'm not looking for marriage. And secondly, I am right now. I don't know what's coming up, because there's nothing that I really have signed, or I'm things that I'm in talks about. I don't happen to usually talk about them, because you do not know if they would materialize or not. And then, so right now, I really don't know what's coming up. And right now, the scenario is such that you see that, for work to actually start, it's going to take a while. So for now, there's nothing right now. But let's see what comes up. With your good wishes, surely something good would.
Okay, this is Anushka Bhattacharya. Please tell, how does it feel when people around spread rumors about his personal life and personal relationships? Tell him Siddharths love him the most.
How sweet. It just feels. There are a lot of times that I laugh at the rumors that float, because I really cannot be justifying or giving credit to rumors, or rather even talk about it, because it's just funny, and some of them are so baseless and outrageous. A few of them, I think, that were broken during my stay at the Big Boss. There was a lot written, there was a lot said, and and then when came face to face with it, everything was cleared. So yes, it's moments like these when you kind of validate yourself. But rumors, I just laugh over it. I just feel sorry, because a lot of them are just stunts.
All right, my name is Nikhil and I'm from Delhi. Please ask him if any web series like Mirzapur and Sacred Gomes will offer to him. Will he do it or not?
Yes, why not? For surely I would. Surely I would.
Digital platforms excites you?
Yes, absolutely does. It's definitely going to be the next big thing now.
Okay. If you weren't famous, what would you be up to right now? This is Ajay from Gujarat.
What would I be up to? Well, I'd be an interior designer, and I think I'd be sitting at home, because most of my workers, if they were not from here, would have gone back to their homes, and I'd be waiting for them to come back and resume work. And yes, that's what I'd possibly would be doing. I'd be an interior designer.
Okay, this is Diksha from Mauritius. What difficulties he faced in the industry and how he overcame it. I really love him. Very excited to watch the interview.
Well, you know what? Honestly, I don't really take difficulties and challenges as they are. I think it's a process, and I think there's a lot that I've learned from those times, and it's the positive that you take out of even a bad time is what defines you, I feel. And I love to take out positives. Of course, you get upset and you are down for a bit, but that's really normal. It just depends on how you lift yourself back. So I don't take them as challenges. When I look back in the past, there are never times when I say, oh, you know what, that phase of my life, I don't think I'd want to see that. I love those phases of my life, because that's made me the person that I am today. And I love having gone through all the times that I have in my life, and it just feels wonderful, and it makes me the person I am. And I think that goes for all of us. So, when there are a lot of times that you get in conversations with people, your friends also, and they talk about, oh, I don't think I want to get back to those days, or rather talk about those days. They weren't the best for me. For me, I love talking about those days. even if today is good for me, I would love to go back and talk to those days, because today here I am and now it feels wonderful. So I think it's all about the way you happen to see life.
Siddharth, we'll end this interview with a rapid fire with you.
Okay.
Okay. If your phone is hacked, which folder you'd never want the hacker to open?
Photographs maybe.
If you were invisible, which celebrity you'd want to stalk?
I don't think I want to be. I'm not somebody who's interested in other people's lives.
One thing you admire a lot about Asim Riaz?
How focused he is and about his workout. Yeah.
What is the worst rumor you have heard about yourself?
Worst rumor is there's been so many here. There've been so many of me seeing somebody, me dating somebody, me fighting over some van, somebody getting, I know, I mean, it's crazy. And it's funny sometimes, you know, and of course, like I said, a lot of them have come out. So everything, whatever you hear and don't hear from me is crazy. It's like, so
Okay.
a lot of them. There's so many of me. I mean, there've been so many rumors around me. If I actually happen to sit down, it will take like a day.
If you get attention of all your haters for 30 seconds, what would you say to them?
That it's okay. This is your 30 minutes to move all your hate, and from tomorrow start loving me.
Okay, if you could introduce any 3 rules in Bigg Boss, what would they be?
3 rules in Bigg Boss. One rule that they happen to sign before they get inside, or before they get inside, that when they get out, they don't have to say, oh, this was just the show and this is the reason why I was. It was because of the show. In reality, I'm not that, because I feel everybody was very real inside the house, and that is their reality. And when people happen to say that, they should be sued for it.
Okay, one annoying thing about TV serials which audiences don't even have an idea of.
Okay, one of them would be when they pick up stories from movies, you know. I completely understand that the writers are, you know, like a machine in a television show. They need to write so much that, of course, you know, you plan a show with a story of 6 months or a year. And then if it does wonderfully well, you know, you move on with it. And it just keeps going. And every day, you need to have 20 minutes of content, and it becomes really tough for them. But a lot of times, you know, stories that are repeated, stories that, from there they've picked up, and then to just do that, it just feels, why is it not an original? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Okay, which Bollywood actress would you rate as perfect 10 as an actress?
You know what? Firstly, I'd like to become a good actor myself, that I start rating people. I don't think I'm good enough to rate others, because once I become that good, maybe then I'd start rating them.
All right. If you could change one thing about your journey in Bigg Boss house, what would it be?
Very honestly, I don't think I'd want to change anything about my journey in the Bigg Boss house, because it was 100% me, and good, bad, ugly, whatever it was, it is the way I am, and that's fine. Of course, a lot of those situations do not come, but your reactions to those situations coming that persistently towards you, you reacted the way it was. I don't think I would want to change anything, because I'm honestly very happy with the journey. And yeah, so it's okay. I mean, it's a life well spent, and that's fine.
Okay. So true or false? The behavior of people in Bigg Boss house is reflection of their real personality.
True.
Shooting for TV serials is tougher than shooting for films.
True.
After Humpty Sharma Ki Dulhania, I was offered several scripts, but I did not do them.
But few scripts, but I did not do that. True.
Bigg Boss gives you popularity, but it also harms your image due to certain reasons.
False. Bigg Boss harms. Can I have a statement of that?
Sure.
You harm your image. Bigg Boss doesn't harm your image. So okay. what you've done is what you sowed is what you will reap.
I feel OTT platforms have done a huge harm to television.
I don't think so. But again, you know, I'm not at the back office, so I really don't know. But I think OTT's got a market of it. and you got television because, you know, a lot of people at home want to watch TV and they're not just, you know, OTT platform, I feel is more for the younger generation, but they're usually on their mobile phones and then they get into that. And of course, that's the way moving forward. But I don't think so. Yes, it could have affected a bit, maybe, but I really wouldn't know that much. But I feel television's got its audience, set of audience, and OTT and films have their audience.
Okay, quick replies in one word, please. Describe your Bigg Boss journey in one word.
Success.
A Bollywood film you wish you were part of.
So many. Yeah.
Anything that
One.
comes to your mind?
There'd be so many. I mean, I'd love to be a part of so many films. I don't know which one could I put my finger on. Yeah. I would have loved to do so many of them.
One word to describe Salman Khan's journey as a game show host.
All heart.
All heart. All right. Okay. So thank you so much, Siddharth. Lovely talking to you. And congratulations on your journey so far and all the best wishes for the future.
Thank you so much, Faridun, and thank you so much for having me. It was wonderful chatting with you, and it was great that you could take so many questions from people because I'm sure you made their day, and you would have made.
I've tried to, you know, I've tried to, and you'll still see that so many of them
No, I know, yeah.